YouTube comment coming at you in 2015. This year is almost over. Thanksgiving is next week. But I'm going to keep it real for you for YouTube comments. I just want to say that I'm glad that life is going on great for everybody. But we as a culture of people, the United States of America, African American culture, we have forgotten about our younger generation of children. As a culture in the United States of America, we have done things such as when our child or teenager becomes 18, we have this phrase: when you become 18, you have to get out of my house and be on your own. We have done this on a large scale for years. Why? I don't know how that came about, but we have done this. We have said to our teenagers that once you graduate from high school, hopefully you go on to college. Now, don't get me wrong, those that go on to college, they are able to, live at mommy house or daddy house and then, go on and prosper after that. But mostly in general, our culture really didn't go to college as much back in the day. So it was more or less get on your own, get your job, and get out of my house at 18. That's a phrase. That's a phrase that we had in our culture. Once you become 18, you got to get out of my house and be on your own. Take care of yourself. That's one of our phrases that we had in our culture. And other cultures are the exact opposite in the United States. Asian culture, Hispanic cultures, European cultures, they have had different views on their teenager graduating out of high school and getting a job, going to the service, going to college. We really didn't care if our child did either of those. We were happy that they did one so they can get out the house. But when we did this, we have taken away our family tradition of growing together as a race of people. I mean, if we would not have done that, maybe when your child goes off to college and make a lot of money, they will be in your household. Or when your child graduates from high school and go get a job, say back in the 80s or 90s, at McDonald's or a factory. And instead of kicking them out, let them stay home and help him or her contribute to the wealth of the family in a whole. Instead of saying, when you get 18, you got to get out of my house and go and be on your own. More or less at that time, because you remember he's or she is only 17 or 18. That's the wrong time to kick your child out the house. Because that child can join together in the household and prosper for the whole family. That's the complete opposite thing to do. And we have developed this as a culture. This is just one of the things that proves that we don't have unity. And most African Americans, rich or poor, your situation may be where it is, but you do know that that was one of our phrases as a culture of people raising our kids and couldn't wait for them to get out of the house. When other cultures, they did the exact opposite. 20 people living in a one-bedroom apartment. Joining together their economic money that they are developing here in America. In the United States of America, other cultures have done this and prospered more than the African Americans because we have no unity. We do stuff like, at 18, you got to get out, get on your own. Instead of at 18, get a job and stay here and help pay the bills. Get a job and save your money help contribute in the household, but at the same time, save your money so you can go get a car, so you can go get a house. Work and stay in my house as my child, my son or my daughter, and stay here, especially for those that might be a little bit more fortunate in the African American community. There are a lot of people that are more fortunate than others, not just in African American culture, but we as an African American culture, we have shunned our own children. Okay, children, teenagers. Those that's going to go out and tackle the world and prosper. They say 16, 17, they preparing you to get out there and tackle the world. Make what you got to do to survive, be an honest citizen and survive. And stay home. Go to college and stay here. Go get a job there and stay here. Save your money up. Help me out around the house a little bit. But hey, I'll give you 21 to 21. That's 3 years. Your child could prosper in 3 years more with him or she in the household together as a family unit. Even if you do have 4 or 5 girls and boys, it doesn't really matter if you have one. But when you join together as a family unit on the economic level, on the level of, because survival is paying rent and buying food and taking care of business. But when you kick your 18-year-old and 17-year-old out at 18 and tell them they got to be on their own, I mean, come on. They just graduated out of high school. How you gonna tell them they gotta go? That has been part of our culture, and I don't know if most people know that or not. Food for thought. Let's change this.